I'm going to try my best with this one. This one is really bad. Welcome to another edition of Horror Tales from Around the Net. Today's episode, Pokemon Cursed Diamond. A while back, about a year ago, my brother and I were spending some time together. As usual, we were searching for video games on the internet when we came across two games at once. Used Pokemon Diamond and used Sonic's Classic Selection. They were cheap too. Naturally, we bought them with our allowance. Once they came, we decided that he would get Classic Collection and I would get Diamond until I beat it, because I had beaten my Pokemon Pearl 3 times, one for each starter. I started it up, but I was disappointed. The title screen said Cursed Diamond, and Dialga was colored black. The game was hacked. It was too bad. I wanted to see the difference between Diamond and Pearl. Then I remembered that I'm a hack hunter. Prepared with a Coke and a Pop-Tart, don't judge me, I was ready to dive into Pokemon Cursed Diamond. There was a save game file, but he had no gym badges, and his Pokédex was 2. So I decided to start over. When I pressed new game, I was surprised that there was no message informing me that I couldn't save, and it skipped over Professor Rowan's text too. I waited about a minute, then a text box appeared. Question marks. Ellipses. Then it said, What? What is your name? At this point, I realized this was nothing like the Pokemon Sturdy Gold hack I had experienced before. I named my character Dia, after the character from Pokemon Special. My character appeared on the screen. He looked darker than before. His hat and jacket were black, eyes, shirt, and pants crimson. He was staring at me, smirking. With crimson eyes, it made me scared of what would happen next. I braced myself, took a sip of soda, and pressed A. So, you are Dia. I was wondering what would happen next. Would this question marks show itself to me? Question mark says, Do you think tsunamis, earthquakes, or volcanoes are more destructive? This confused me. I thought they were all pretty destructive. I chose volcanoes for the heck of it. A new text box appeared. Give a nickname to the Infernape you received. I had an Infernape? I liked Torterra more, but okay. I selected yes because I loved nicknaming my Pokemon. But a new text box appeared. It said question marks. No, this Pokemon is a tool. Use it and be done. Oh, real original kid. That line is from Tarnished Gold. Well, I pressed A. My overworld sprite appeared. Question mark said, Come here. I didn't want to, but when I tried to move backwards, left, or right, question mark said, No. I was forced to move forward. I was going to ask my brother to come take a look at the gameplay so he could decide if he would still want the game when I was done, but I remembered that he was at a friend's house. I let out a sigh and moved Dia forward. Dia walked for about 3 minutes. Then I saw a patch of grass. Question mark said, Your destiny awaits. My destiny? What did that mean? No matter. I walked into the grass. What happened surprised me. Familiar battle music started playing. Kettle drums. Wild Arceus appeared. Oh my freaking Arceus. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. I was shocked. It was a level 100. Then I sent out my Pokemon, Infernape, level 100. I selected Fight, but Infernape used Blast Burn. Okay, I didn't even select an attack, but I didn't care. It lowered Arceus' HP into the red zone. I was pondering Infernape's power, but then I noticed the next text box. Arceus is too afraid to move. I remembered a similar line from Pokemon Red and Pokemon Tower. Why was it afraid? I didn't even bother to find out. I pressed fight again. Question mark says, no. Okay. Was I supposed to run? Again, no. Did I have another Pokemon I was supposed to fight with? Again, no. That just left the bag. I pressed it, half expecting question marks to say no again, but instead, Dia used Master Ball. I had a Master Ball? It shook 3 times and click. Dia obtained an Arceus. I obtained an Arceus? I thought that was supposed to say, gotcha, Arceus was caught. Screw me, it's a hack. Why did I even think that? Question mark said, congrats. You have the most powerful tool there is. Now, go retrieve what you lost all that time ago. I lost something? An odd-looking tower appeared. Dia walked in, even though I didn't direct him to. He walked up to the staircases to about the 3rd floor, like a cutscene. I realized that this was Pokemon Tower. Dia stopped in the front of a tombstone. Question mark says, do it. Do it now. Retrieve your lost past. I think I knew what he meant, but I was afraid of what might happen. I was too far into the game to back down now. I went into my party and selected Arceus. Summary, item, switch, and in the same place an HM attack would be, revive. Something tells me this person read Strangled Red. I selected revive, and the screen went white. It then went to black. My overworld sprite appeared again. The next text box surprised me. Dia says, come back and be mine once again. A new battle started. I wasn't even in any grass, let alone moved. Wild Kyurem appeared. Kyurem? I guess how you pronounce it. Kyurem came out in the next generation though, right? I imagine the sprite was hacked in, but the Kyurem was different. It was all bloody, with a somewhat zombie-like appearance. A new text box appeared. Kyurem says, I have returned. Dia said, Kyurem. Whoa, zombie Kyurem, awesome! I sent out Infernape again. I selected fight, exited to see zombie Kyurem's attack. Dia said, no, Infernape, don't hurt him. What am I supposed to do? I pressed my Pokemon, although I was pretty sure Dia wouldn't let Arceus attack either. Dia said Arceus served its purpose, retrieve my lost past. I didn't even bother trying to run. I knew Dia probably wouldn't let me, so I hit bag. Dia returned Kyurem to its Pokeball. It did the catch Pokemon animation with a regular Pokeball. It clicked, and without a new text box, the battle scene faded to black. My overworld sprite appeared again. Question mark said, you have your tools, you have your past. Now go, but remember what you promised me. Dia says, of course, Kyurem may not be the same, but he is back with me now. Thank you. The screen went white and Dia appeared in a room, which appeared to be the house in Johto from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. What? Must be hacked in. I checked the PC to look for the note from Lyra/Ethan, but it appeared to be a regular PC when I turned it on. Someone's PC, Dia's PC, you know, the regular stuff. I checked Bill's PC just for the heck of it. This was a hack, I needed to check everything. Access Bill's storage system. I selected deposit. Dia said, Infernape, Arceus, and Kyurem must stay. Guess I can't deposit until I get something new. I pressed move to see where that would get me, and surprisingly, there was a Pokemon in the first slot of box 1. Dia spoke. What's this? The Pokemon appeared to be a Sceptile, also level 100. I withdrew it. I decided to look at the stats of my party. I didn't know any of their attacks besides Infernape's Blast Burn. Almost all of them had pretty normal learn steps. Infernape blew Blast Burn, Shadow Claw, Close Combat, and Fire Blitz, and had Blaze ability. Arceus knew Hidden Power, Cosmic Power, Extreme Speed, and Hyper Beam, and had the Multi-Type ability. Sceptile knew X-Scissor, Leaf Blade, Leaf Storm, and Frenzy Plant, and had the Overgrow ability. But Kyurem, Perish Song, Pain Split, Dark Void, and Sheer Cold, and had Bad Dreams ability. Somebody did their research. Hack Zombie Kyurem was awesome! I went down the stairs, still the Heart Gold, Soul Silver house. I walked out. This wasn't Sinnoh, it was Johto. Professor Elm says, you're here, Dia! Dia says, Professor Elm! Professor Elm walked up to Dia and said some stuff I don't remember, then gave him a Pokédex, then asked me a weird question. Professor Elm says, I forgot, what's your girlfriend's name? I figured he meant Lucas's female counterpart, Dawn. Dia spoke, she's not my girlfriend. Professor Elm says, okay, but what was her name? I named her Platz, once again after a Pokédex holder. Professor Elm said, oh, that's right, thank you, Dia. Now I'll be on my way. The kid's Kyurem died, and a mysterious person gave him an Infernape and Arceus and brought the Kyurem back to life, and now the kid has to do something for the person. big whoop. Seemed like a pretty average hack so far. Mind you, I'm not doing all this from memory. I have the game here right now, so most of this text should be accurate. I continue to play the game. Question mark says, Dia, you're here. Oh boy, the return of question marks. Oddly enough, Dawn's overworld sprite walked up to me. Well, with the same recolors as me. Dia says, Platz! Platz says, Hi Dia, did you get my present? Dia said, Sceptile, of course. Platz said, that's great. Oh, and there's one other thing. Here, Dia obtained 6 Master Balls, also 6 Max Potions, also 6 Max Revives, and also a Dark Plate. Whoa, she's prepared. Wait, doesn't that last thing change Arceus' type? Dia says, how did you know I have an Arceus? Platz, woman's intuition. Hey, how about a practice battle? It'll be good for us. Now, I'm pretty sure she's trying to change the subject. It gave me yes or no options, and I selected no because I wanted to keep going. Platz said, come on, please, Dia. This time I hit yes. Platz says, yay! A battle started, but it said, Rival Platz would like the battle. Rival? What about Barry? Well, she had 4 Pokemon just like me. She sent out Empoleon, and I sent out Infernape. I kept using Close Combat and Shadow Claw until it fainted. Infernape had taken some damage, so I switched Pokemon with her. She sent out Blaziken, I sent out Sceptile. Blaziken defeated Sceptile pretty easily. I switched out for Arceus. That was a good choice, because I won. Sorry. Oh, God. I switched out for Arceus. That was a good choice because I won. She sent out Zekrom, also hacked in, I imagined. I didn't want to use Kyurem right now because of its not very wide variety attacks. So I defeated Zekrom and next Pokemon strangely, Dialga with Arceus. After that, she healed our Pokemon somehow and we both set out. Yes, this was very much Johto. Everything was like Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Well, the gyms had their teams from Pokemon Adventures. That kind of pleased me, and I only realized that because I read every freaking issue 13 times. Or something like that. Oh, and there were no obstacles I needed HMs for except water, but I later taught Arceus Surf. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I advanced through the game pretty normally. Well, the Elite Four was Lance, Bruno, Agatha, and Lorelei. The champion was Platz. Being the rival and this being the Kanto Elite Four, of course she was. After I defeated her, Garchomp and Rotom were added to her team, Shyman and Pikachu to mine. She brought me to the Hall of Fame, which was awesome. Of course, things got weird later. After the Hall of Fame and I became champion, I received a message from Platz that told me to come to Mount Mortar Summit. So I went there, this time with Shaman removed so I could update my team. And I caught a Lucario. This game is hacked, what do you expect? And leveled it to level 100 with the infinite rare candies I got with a code I found stuck between the sheets of the game manual. Anyway, after a long while, I got to Mount Mortar Summit where I found Platz. It started a cutscene. Dia walked up to Platz. Platz said, Dia, you're here. Dia said, why did you call me here? Platz said, do you remember what you promised me? Dia says, what are you talking about? There was an evil laugh like the one from Sonic.exe. Platz turned and took a step closer to me. Don't you remember what you promised me when I helped you? Dia says, you've helped me a lot, but never asked for anything in return. What are you talking about? Another Sonic.exe laugh. Don't you remember when I gave you Infernape, Arceus, and Sceptile? I didn't remember until I thought about the beginning of the game. I promised someone that I would get them a Pokemon called Darkrai, but that was... Platz said, me, yes. Do you have Darkrai? Dia says, what? Well, that would explain how you knew I had Arceus. Platz was the one all along. I couldn't believe I never figured that out. I pressed A. A PC came out of nowhere. Platz says, get Darkrai. I had received a Darkrai from Morty earlier in the game. I pulled it out of the box and moved it into a new slot that was there, Platz's party. I exited the PC. Platz said, good. but now you've done my biting. Spitting spelled wrong. I am done with you. Now you will die. I was shocked. My rival, my friend, was going to kill me. Dia said, "What? You tricked me. I thought you were my friend. You played me for a fool." Platt said, "Yes, I did, and now we will finish it." Dia said, "Bring it on." Dia, you're fighting for your life, and you say bring it on? A battle started. It was a double battle. She sent out Dialga, level 255, and Darkrai, same level. I stood no chance. She defeated all of my Pokemon. I was only able to defeat Empoleon with Roar and Perish Song. But I lost. At the end, she said, "Now you'll suffer the same fate as Kyurem once did." Darkrai used Dark Void. The screen went black, then a text box appeared. Dia said, "No, please don't. No!" I muted it just in case. I waited about a minute. Then Platts and Darkrai appeared. Platt said, "Ready for round 2? It went back to the title screen. I pressed start thinking my save game file would just be deleted, but it was simply replaced. The name was Platts. The Pokédex was 13, and only the playtime was the same. I pressed continue. The screen went black. In about a minute, a text box appeared. Platt said, "So, you want to play with me?" This surprised me. I felt as if she would try to murder me as she did Dia. But it went to the overworld. Platts was in the middle of Dia's house. Darkrai was behind her. I waited a while, then started pressing some buttons. Whoa! I was able to control Platts, and Darkrai was following her like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I checked my team. Darkrai, Dialga, Empoleon, Garchomp, Blaziken, and Zekrom. Huh. Well, looked like I was playing as Platts now. Cool! I left the house and went into New Barktown. Professor Elm came up to me. Professor Elm said, Platts, Platts interrupted. "Shut up, give me something." Professor Elm says, "Yes, of course." He gives Platts the Kanto ticket. I looked at the Kanto ticket in my bag's key items. It allowed me to fly to Pallet Town on Zekrom. Wait, what? Oh yes, Zekrom's haze was suddenly replaced by fly. Wow. So I flew to Pallet Town. I went into Red's house. I was greeted by Red rather than his mother. Platt said, "Pokemon League champion Red." Red says, "What? You match the description of the murderer from Johto." Platt says, "Shut it. Give me something." Red says, "Will some information do?" Platt says, "What kind of information?" Red, "You can earn the 8 Kanto badges and really prove your strength." Platt says, I'll take that into consideration." Red says, "Brock is the first leader. He's in pewter." Platt says, "First?" Red goes, or whichever number you want." Platt says, "Anything else?" Red goes, "I will be your travel companion. You know, a bodyguard." Platt goes, well, I do need a new toy since Dia died." "Very well." Darkrai was returned to its Pokeball. I walked around a bit. Red followed me. I turned around and talked to him. Red said, "Let's do our best, Master." I decided to visit Professor Oak. I walked into his lab. It started a cutscene. Red ran up to Professor Oak. Red says, "Professor Oak!" Professor Oak says, "Hello, Red. I haven't seen you in a while." Red says, "I'd like you to meet Platts, my new master." Professor Oak says, "Master?" Platts walked up to Oak. "Professor Oak, you're..." Platts says, yeah, the murderer from Johto. Yes, that's me." Professor Oak, "Red, why do you call this juvenile child Master?" Red says, "I don't feel like dying." That part just made me laugh the first 2 times. Then it stopped being funny. Platt says, "All right, Professor, give me something." Professor Oak, "Red, you've made your point. Here, take this, Platts." "Oh, but your team is full. Make room in your team and I'll give you this." Okay, luckily Oak's lab was somewhat remastered and had a PC in it. I deposited Zekrom as I couldn't get used to seeing it without a moving sprite. I talked to Oak again. Professor Oak says, "Here, take this, Platts." Platts obtained an egg. An egg? Wonderful. Well, no point in moping. I set out, Red still following me. After I beat Brock, I set out to Cerulean. As soon as I left pewter, the egg hatched into an, missing no? What? I researched it, and apparently you can find missing no in early releases of Diamond and Pearl. Fine. Is this a glitch or part of the hack? I don't know. I didn't for a while. The gym leaders still had all their teams from Adventures, also meaning Blaine, Surge, and Misty had Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. When I defeated those three, they would give me the gym badge and TM, but before they could finish explaining the TMs, Platt said, "Shut it! Gimme something." This immediately got me to the Johto trio. Awesome. My team quickly became Darkrai, Dialga, Entei, Raikou, Suicune, and Missing No. Why Missing No? Because it could level into the 200s, that's why. Oh, and as for Red, whenever I turned to talk to Red, I wrote down what he said. If we were on a route, he would say something like, "Let's do our best, Master," or "You're the best, Master." If we were in a cave, he said something like, "It's dark, Master," or "Are you okay, Master?" or "I'm scared, Master." Oh, and when we surfed, he would surf on Poliwrath, still following me. When I turned to him while surfing, he said, "I'll make sure you don't get wet, Master," or "Are you feeling okay, Master? Are you sick?" And when we were in a snowing place, he would say, "So cold, Master, help," or "Are you cold, Master? Should I get a blanket?" And if we were in a gym, he would say, "Go get him, Master," or "Do it, Master." After I beat Blue, whose team was awesome, I did the Elite Four rematches, wondering who the champion would be since I no longer had a rival. After I beat Lance, he said, "Once again, you have proven your strength. There is no champion, so go put in your Hall of Fame now." Red said, "Let's go, Platts." We walked into the champion's room. What I saw shocked me. Dia was standing there, but he had a zombie-like appearance, like Kyurem. Red said, "What? Who are you?" Lance said there was no champion. "Wait, are you dead?" Platt says, "You? I thought you..." Dia took a step forward. Dia said, "You'll pay for what you did." Roar. Spelled R-A-W-R, mind you. Platt said, "Dia, I thought you were..." Dia says, "Dead? I am." Red says, "What?" Platts goes, "Huh?" Dia, "I have Arceus, or did you forget? The Pokemon you helped me catch." Roar. Again spelled R-A-W-R. Platts, No, this wasn't supposed to happen." Dia says, "It's over. Roar. I challenge you to a final fight." Red said, "Master, I'll protect you." The battle started. I was scared. Zombie Dia would like to battle. "Oh God, that sprite's not Dia. It's buried alive." Red was next to me. Must be a double battle. Dia sent out Zombie Kyurem and, God, Zombie Arceus. I sent out Darkrai. He sent out Pikachu. I chose my attack, but it was no use. Foes Arceus used Death Trap. Wait, what? The screen went black. When it appeared again, Darkrai and Pikachu were gone. Wow, creepy black. I went to switch Pokemon. A bloody axe replaced Darkrai's sprite. I sent out Empoleon. Red sent out Poliwrath. Foes Arceus used Death Trap. The same thing happened until our last Pokemon, Missing No and Espeon. Foes Kyurem used Glitch Murder. Missing No's sprite slowly faded. Dia says, no more of this. Red said, "Master?" The screen went black. It stayed that way for a while. Then Platt said, "No, please no. This wasn't supposed to happen. No!" It went back to the overworld. Platts was gone. Red and quote-unquote Dia were standing next to each other. Kyurem and Espeon were also on the screen. Red said nothing, Dia said nothing, until eventually Red says, "So, she's gone?" Dia says, "Yes, roar." Also still spelled R-A-W-R. Red turned to Dia. Red said, "Thank you." Dia said, "Roar?" Red said, "Master was horrible. I couldn't stand seeing her battle style anymore. Thank you." Dia says, "You call her Master." Red goes, "Well, yeah, but..." Dia responds with roar, roar, roar! All still spelled R-A-W-R. The screen went black. No, no, no! You don't understand. No, please, no! No! It went back to Overworld. Dia was in the middle of the screen. Kurum was next to him. It started a cutscene. Dia said, "Roar." He walked into Lance's room. Lance turned around. The screen went black. There was a Sonic.exe screen. It went back to Overworld. Lance was gone. He proceeded to do the same to the rest of the Elite Four. He walked out into the Pokemon Center and Pokemart area. The screen went black. Sonic.exe screen, Overworld, everything else was gone. Dia and Kurum proceeded to leave the Indigo Plateau. The screen went black. It was like that for a long time. There was a final Sonic.exe laugh. Dia and Kurum appeared on the screen. The words "Game Over" below them. Dia said, "Now, onto your world." They disappeared. The game's final words appeared in the middle of the screen. Roar! Spelled R-A-W-R. I flicked the off switch on my DS. My brother had been in the room at the time and saw the end battle on Onward. He came up to me and we exchanged expectant glances. The next morning, my brother threw Sonic Classic Collection in the trash. Don't believe me? Fine. I know it's real. I don't care what you think. The end. And thank God for that. Oh. You know, I'd be disappointed in this story, but then I remembered that I'm a horror story hunter, and I was prepared with my Coke and Pop-Tart. Stop judging me. So I just wanted to say that this has been another tale from Horror Stories Around the Net. Join us next time when we will read something hopefully a little better than this.